Hello, second graders. Welcome to our next reading lesson. If you have been using our cover sheet, you know that today is Tuesday, and that for our lesson today, we are going to read the fairy tale, The Three Little Pigs, and we're going to fill out our character traits graphic organizer. So the materials you need to get that done are your Three Little Pigs book that came in your learning packet, and your green sheet. This is your character traits graphic organizer. So let's start with our learning target. Today, we are learning to identify character traits and give evidence from the text. We have seen this learning target before because we've done it before. We did this with our last fairy tale, Hansel and Gretel. So I'm going to be doing less work today, and you're going to be doing more work. I'm going to read the story to you and get you started on your character trait graphic organizer. Then you're going to fill it out all by yourself because you've done this before.
All right, I'm going to read The Three Little Pigs. Now, each of you got one of these books in your learning packet, but your book might be a little bit different than mine. I want you to read your own book to practice reading with your family, but then you can also just listen to my story and follow along to help you do our character trait graphic organizer. This is The Three Little Pigs. There is a table of contents, introduction, the first little pig, the second little pig, the third little pig, call an ambulance, and a glossary. Introduction. Once upon a time, in a quiet little town, there lived three little pigs. One day, the pigs decided it was time to leave their mother's home. Off they went to build homes of their own. The first little pig. The first little pig decided to build his home out of straw. In no time at all, the little pig built his house. Then he sat down to eat his lunch of pea soup, salad, and bread. The little pig happily slurped and chewed until he heard an angry knock on the door. It was a ravenous wolf. Little pig, let me come in, said the hungry wolf. Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin, said the frightened little pig. Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in, growled the wolf. As the wolf inhaled deeply, his lungs filled up like two balloons. Whoosh! The wolf exhaled with such force that he blew the house into a haystack. He also blew the little pig down the street to his brother's house. The second little pig. The second little pig decided to build his house out of sticks. Just as he finished the roof, his little brother blew in. The little pig trembled as he told his brother about the wolf. Don't worry, little brother, said the second little pig. Sticks are stronger than straw. Let's go inside for some peppermint tea. The pigs were deep in conversation when they heard an angry knock on the door. Who do you think it could be? Little pigs, let me come in, said the ravenous wolf. Not by the hairs on our chinny chin chins, answered the little pigs. Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in, growled the wolf. Again, the wolf inhaled deeply, and again, when he exhaled, whoosh! The wolf blew down the house, leaving a pile of sticks. The wolf also blew the little pigs. Down the hill they rolled like two pink balls. The third little pig. The third little pig built a brick house. He was hanging a welcome sign when his younger brothers rolled onto his front steps. The pigs sobbed as they told their older brother about the wolf. "Let's see the wolf blow down this house," said the third little pig. "Come inside for some peach pie. You'll feel better." Knock, knock, knock. The three little pigs looked at the door. Little pigs, let me come in," yelled the wolf. "Not by the hairs on our chinny chin chin," shouted the pigs. "Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in," roared the wolf. Call an ambulance. The wolf huffed and puffed and puffed and huffed and toppled over. He could not get those bricks to budge. Breathless and weak, the wolf lay on the ground like a balloon out of air. The little pigs called an ambulance for the wolf. Then they happily returned to their peach pie. The three little pigs lived happily ever after, eating pea soup, sipping tea, and baking pies in their brick house. And at the end, we have a glossary. And that's the end.
Now that we have read our story, The Three Little Pigs, let's talk about the characters. Because on our learning target, we need to identify character traits. So one of our main characters was the wolf. I want you to be thinking about what type of character he is. We're describing their inside character traits, their personality. So think about what the wolf said, what the wolf did, or what the wolf thought to help describe him. The other characters we can talk about are the three little pigs. Also think about what they did, what they said, what they felt, or what they thought to figure out their character traits. And I've got some ideas for you. Here we go. I'm going to share the screen and show you some ideas for character traits. All right, here we have the wolf. We could say that the wolf is big, that he's bad, ugly. That might be an outside character trait. He's mean, he's fierce, scary. Gray would probably be another outside character trait. Terrifying, sly, cunning. Ooh, lots of good words to describe the wolf. So if you are going to describe the wolf on your graphic organizer, the green piece of paper, go ahead and take a look at this list and see if any of those words were the same words that you were thinking to describe the wolf. Next, we have the three little pigs, and here are some words we can use to describe them. They are hardworking, they are strong, they're busy, loyal, kind, clever, or even scared. They're definitely so part of the story. So I want you to think, if you are going to describe the three little pigs on your graphic organizer, what word would you use to describe the pigs?
All right, second graders, don't forget your name at the top. And the story is The Three Little Pigs. You have two characters that you can pick between. So I'm going to put a line down the middle. You don't need to do this. I'm just showing you the two options. We have the wolf and we have the pigs. And here is where you're going to write the character trait to describe the character that you picked. The last thing I showed you gave you some ideas. So if you're picking the wolf, you might say that he is mean. Well, what are some things that he did that are mean? You would put the things that he did right here in this box. You would put the things that he said that was mean in this box, and the things that he thought that was mean in this box. When we show what the character thought, did, and said, that is our text evidence. We're proving that we know that the character did all these things that shows that they're mean. Now let's talk about the pigs. You might say that they were hardworking. Well, what did they say that helped you to know that they were hardworking? What did they do that showed that they were hardworking? What were they thinking that let you know that they were hardworking? It's now your job to fill this out on your own. Pick one of the characters, give one character trait, and show evidence from the text how you know that the character was that character trait. Best of luck.